And welcome back to Bass Pro Shops and the World's Fishing Fair right here in Springfield, Missouri. And we have Mr. Ryan Roberts, and he is with National Fish Habitat Partnership.
Yeah.
Explain what your mission is, if you will.
All right. Well, you know, we protect, restore, and enhance fish habitat across the country. We have 20 partnerships that work to conserve these habitats. We have 5 partnerships in Alaska. We have some here in the Midwest, some on the East Coast. So we're really diversified in what we do for conservation and fishing.
Talk about specifically what you do to preserve them. I mean, I know you keep them clean, and what all do you do?
Yeah, so we do a lot of repairing of riverine beds, restoring habitat, that kind of thing. So a lot of it has to do with like bank sloping, restoring natural grasses that fish depend on to survive and have places to hide and provide structure, habitat, and essentially food for the fish populations.
When I say keep them clean, a habitat's a sensitive environment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, very sensitive. And we also do a lot of work in reservoirs, and so that's really a fun spot for the anglers to have because it provides bigger fish. It certainly provides more opportunities for people to get out on the water. Most people do fish in reservoirs in the United States and in lakes. So, that's a very important sector of what we do. And planning these structures attract more fish and
Which attract more anglers.
The rest is history, yeah.
What is your relationship with Bass Pro Shops and with John Morris?
So, we've been blessed, and Johnny is just such a visionary conservationist. He really helped spur our reservoir partnership years ago, probably back around 2007. And he sort of followed us along and how we've kind of grown as an organization over the past couple of years. And we were fortunate enough, Bass Pro Shop held an amateur angler tournament in 2021 called the U.S. Open Amateur Fishing Championship. And they had the championship at Table Rock Lake. We were the recipient of a $1.6 million fund.
Wow.
And we started a grant program with that to fund reservoir projects all over the country through our partnerships.
Now, are people going to be able to learn about caring for fish habitats, maybe helping create in different ways while they're here?
Yeah, absolutely. I think not only with our booth that we have here, but there are several other conservation partners that are here across the United States that do work. You could definitely find out a lot. If you're just a member of the general public, don't really have a biology background and want to know more about fishing, what these organizations do, and how they help you to have a more enjoyable experience outdoors.
Well, and I know when you drive up to the Wonders of Wildlife Museum and the aquarium, a lot of times you think, saltwater fish, and you think of the sharks and the whales and all of this, but there is a ton of freshwater fishing information, lakes and streams and ecology and all of that in there. I assume you've been through that. I mean, it's an amazing exhibit, and it really speaks to the fact that we are blessed to live in a place where we live with lakes like Table Rock and different lakes that are just so beautiful, and we need to protect them.
To be honest, I have a ticket in my pocket to go to the museum and the aquarium.
Yeah.
So I saw some parts of it last night. I mean, it looks like a fascinating place. I kind of live near the National Aquarium in Baltimore, which is a great one, but I hear this one is like pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So, and there is a lot of freshwater fish, as you can see throughout the store, which is very interesting.
And the habitat, the taking care of it, that's all part of what this is about, which is conservation.
Yeah, the messaging Bass Pro does as a corporate entity is really amazing. You go to any of their stores across the country, you'll find out little tidbits of information, whether it's from their area locally or nationally of what's going on. I mean, when you go into Bass Pro's store, on the back wall you see conservation organizations, and that's all of the conservation partners and organizations that are special to Johnny, I think special to Bass Pro's mission of people enjoying the
They
outdoors.
kind of wear their heart on their sleeve
Yes.
when it comes to conservation.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And the National Fish Habitat Partnership is at fishhabitat.org. Correct. Where is your booth if people want to come out and talk to you and your the folks that are with you?
Yeah, so we are in F, booth F. There's a kind of a conservation village out that way, and so we're right in the middle of it, right by where the seminars are.
Good stuff. We'll see you out
Ryan
there.
Roberts,
All right.
thanks for being with
Thank
us.
you.
We appreciate it.
Thank
Very
you.
much.
All right, Ozarks Live will be right back from the World's Fishing Fair. Don't go away.